Hi Capricorn, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the heart. I'm ever so sorry that I'm late. Well, we're not in June yet, are we? And this readings go from June down to December 2018. Sorry, I've been really busy, and because Capricorn are the sign that watch my videos the least, I think. You know, you do tend to come sort of last. It's not, and I'm sorry for you guys who do watch. It's not that I'm discrediting you, and I'm going to put. Actually, I'm doing your. Sorry, I'm doing your love reading and your general reading, so you'll get that alongside this one. Just to say sorry, anyway. So you're going to get everything. You're going to get 2 readings along with this for June. All right. So yeah, we're gonna get going on this particular reading for you. As you know, we use the Small Handsome Roberts deck for this reading. It's your Lifespread. Remember, it's your 5-area Lifespread. You're getting quite a bit of a treat, actually. You're gonna get a general love, general reading, and this reading all together in one nice little bundle. That's lovely. So you're going to get that all together. So this is your 5-area general 5-area Lifespread. What am I saying? It's very early. I always start working early. This is your 5-area Lifespread reading, Capricorn, and this focuses on your personal life, your love life, your career, your home, and the future. So you know, coming into the ending of December 2018, how everything sort of culminates together. You'll have, for you guys who have been with me quite a while, you'd have seen how I do these readings anyway. We're also on this reading. We use this for the Lifespread, okay? And this Golden Universal Tarot, we only use the majors from, because this is what we call the anchor area, and each of the areas of the Lifespread, they all culminate, so the overall energy is shown in how the situation is basically going to play itself out. And we only use majors because they're stronger energies and more long-lasting energies. And yeah, so we shuffle that and we take 7 areas, 7 cards out for the areas, okay? So I don't want to drone on too much about it. I'll show you how it's going to work, okay? I don't want to drone on too much because it will take time to get the video started then. So what we're going to do, we are going to start shuffling the cards, okay? Let me just... Jeez, oh, I can't even find, hang on, can I use that? Yeah, sorry, I'm using some headscarf to wipe off my table. There we go, let's get started on this because I don't want to leave it too long. Alright, so I know I've got a habit of repeating myself. So, Universe Spirit, this is a reading for Capricorn, 5-area Lifespread reading. I just want you to, oopsie daisy, I just want you to show me Capricorn between June and December 2018. What's coming in for Capricorn? Show me what's coming in for Capricorn between June and December 2018. I want to see what's coming in terms of their personal situation. Show me in card 1, the key card, so the influence is coming in, and cards 2, 3 and 4 underneath that, what the situation might be about. Show me. Okay. Usually, I'm doing this a different way. So we've got 1, that's your key card for your personal situation, 2, 3 and 4. And I'm sorry guys if I'm not doing it on the really large camera that I often use. It's just that I'm away on the weekend and it's going to take me forever to try and render that video and upload it to you if I do it like that. This is the quickest way to get a video out to you. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. I know it's got the black borders on it, which I detest myself, to be perfectly honest with you, but yeah. Maybe I should have used some smaller cards because... Alright, we'll see how we can make this work. So, Universe Spirit, show me what's coming in for Capricorn's career. Again, the top card to be the key card, 2, 3 and 4 to show what's happening underneath the influences coming in their career. Let's just have a look. Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's fine. In their career, I just want to make sure everything's the way it should be. Okay, that's fine. Show me what's going to come in terms of their career. Show me the top card, what the influence will be coming in around them, and 2, 3 and 4, what the situation is around the influence. I have to keep turning the cards this way because the camera points this way. So this is your career showing here, and underneath that we've got the cards 2, 3 and 4 here. So I'm trying to fit everything on the camera for you, see. Universe Spirit, showing what's coming in for Capricorn and their home life between June 2018 and December 2018. Show me the influences in the top card coming in and what's happening underneath those influences in cards 2, 3 and 4. Show me. So this is the home area. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sorry, everything's so sort of together. It's just that really it is just a simple case of, because it's Movie Maker that I'm using, it's about trying to get everything on screen properly. You don't look too bad though, actually, thinking about it. Okay, there we go. Universe Spirit, show me what's coming in for Capricorn and love between June 2018 and December 2018. I need to see what influences are coming in card number 1, the key card. And what situation will be underneath those influences, show me. Okay, that's going to be the influence in terms of your love life coming in. And this is card 2. Yeah, that's right. 3 and 4. Okay. And Universe Spirit, show me the future situation for Capricorn in their love life. Now, this is where it's going to get a bit tricky, because I need to put the key card, and I'm probably gonna have to, because I don't know. Hang on a minute, where are we? Yeah, that's going to be a little bit tricky, not unless I try and I might have to put all of the other cards down in a row here, it looks to me, because it's not going to fit on this side here. I don't have a big enough angle. Okay. Universe Spirit, can you please show me, whoopsie daisy, what's coming in for the future situation for Capricorn? I need to see what influences are coming in for a future situation, culminating towards the end of December 2018, and the situation concerning this in cards 2, 3, and 4. Show me. Alright, so let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there we go. Right, so we've got all the cards down there for the, let's try and get it a bit neater, because it looks like a bit of a hunk of junk like this. Okay, there we go. Oh, of course. Universe Spirit, what's the advice you have for Capricorn during 2018, the rest of 2018? What's the advice you have for Capricorn? Show me. There we go. That's the advice card showing there. And Universe Spirit, can you show me in card number 1, what is the foundation of Capricorn's life at the moment? What is the foundation of Capricorn's life at the moment, and what is the overall outcome from the personal situation in card number 1? So this card here, guys, I'm going to put this here, card number 1. I'm going to do it a bit different, only because it's going to be difficult to, not unless I can get that here. We'll put it here to start with and see how we go. So that's card number 1, sorry, needs to be here. Okay, so this is card number 1, and this is where you are right now. So we discussed that first, and it also doubles up as the overall outcome of this situation here. Card number 2, Universe, Capricorn's love life in card number 2. What is the overall outcome for the love life in card number 2? Card number 3, what is the overall outcome showing up for their working situation? Card number 4, what is the overall outcome for their home situation? Card number 5, what is the overall outcome for the future situation? That's not going to fit here, is it? No, well, it could do. I have to do it like that. Card number 6, what are their wishes? And card number 7, where do you see everything heading? How is everything going to tie up for 2018 in all areas for Capricorn? Show me. Alright. Sorry, it takes ages to lay that, so yeah. Okay, I really should write down where the video starts on these, because it can take a while. Alright then, let's start. So we want to start with card number 1, really, don't we? Well, the Tower is where your focus is. This is usually the area, what's going on for the client, probably what they're experiencing. Some of you guys might be experiencing a major upheaval in your life right now, because that's what the Tower is. The Tower shows up when something, and you know what, sometimes the Tower isn't always, I often find the Tower reversed is the real surprise. Because when the Tower is reversed, you're not expecting something, and it can just happen just like that. And it's all about a quick trigger response. How do I respond to this damage limitation? Tower reversed. It's all about trying to damage limit the damage. It's all about trying to control. You know, sometimes the tower reverse is something not so. I mean, this isn't even. This can be a card that shows up when something not that bad. You might drop a bunch of dishes with the Tower card that shows up. How's my day going to be today? Of the Tower. It might be that you're cleaning up, you're doing a clean out, and you drop a whole load of dishes. Sometimes it's not that deep with the majors, you know, because I live in the real world. But I think that, you know, this is the foundation of your life at the moment, which it's showing us with the Tower energy. It's showing some unstable energy showing up for you, Capricorns. Okay, it shows that not everything is strong enough, and that also the Tower represents an unstable energy within the client's life. It might be the job that they're in is unstable. It might be their love life is unstable. It might be that you know, the health is unstable, that type of thing. But you know, the Tower would say, well, something's got to give. And so right now, this card is saying, well, there might be some instability in some of your lives at the moment, but it's about to go. It's about to go, because it can't stay like that with the Tower. The whole point of the Tower is that I mean, think about it like this. If any of you guys believe in God or the Bible, you know that in the book of Revelation that there is the final destruction of the earth, which is really what the Tower is about, the final destruction of something that isn't stable or good enough. And what happens is it finally disperses, but it does that in order for something new to come up and be realised. So I think that, you know, your life at the moment might be on a bit of a cliff edge for some of you guys with the Tower energy, but I think that what will happen, or what the focus might be on, is on having a massive clear out with that Tower and starting all over again. So some of you guys, you're simply having a massive cleansing of your life at the moment. It could be in anything. It could be losing weight, for example, for some of you guys. It could be moving to a new job, for example. It might be getting rid of a relationship that's not working with the Tower energy. This is all about having a major clear out, and sometimes we do the Tower ourselves, and sometimes the universe does it. But to me, the Tower reverse is the one that you got to watch out for, because it means anything can strike at any time, and it's about how you handle the situation. This sometimes you've got no control over. Some of you guys, it might be that you're going through a very volatile time. If this is a very much an internal card, I think that with the Tower reversed, with the Tower in the upright, sometimes this is about feeling a sense of. Sometimes you can feel angry with the Tower, but sometimes there's an awakening here, and some of you guys might be going through a time of awakening, a great spiritual awakening because this is the card about awakenings. It's like the Judgment. Any card you see where something is whoosh rising up like the way it does on these cards, like some huge explosion on a card, you know, whether it be a trumpet or fire, then it really does indicate some huge awakening. So when you get the Tower moment, sometimes this is the card that says you've got to have a breakdown in order to have a breakthrough. That's what the Tower card says. So some of you guys are going through a very powerful awakening at the moment with the Tower energy being the foundation of your life right now. There's a major, as I said, upheaval. This could be internal or external for some of you guys. If it's an internal upheaval, it might seem like the worst feeling you've ever had. It might seem like depression. It might seem like you're going off your head. But in the outcome, really what it's saying is you're going through this massive change internally, because the universe is trying to send to you. It's trying to bring you back to a place of wholeness and balance with that Tower energy. For some of you guys, it might be that you are in a situation where you're falling, where you're separating from other people. There might be a huge fallout here, because this is a fallout with the Tower energy. So some of you guys, you might have discovered something recently, for example, and it might have shaken up your family or your friends or that type of thing. So I just think that the overall foundation for you guys at the moment is that there is something unsteady that some of you guys might be experiencing at the moment, but there's a massive chance to cleanse, and from that cleansing comes growth and the ability to build something new. Now, around your present situation, the situation coming in is the Knight of Coins. I really like the Knight of Coins card. Now, the Knight of Coins could be Capricorn or Virgo individual. Can also represent, you know, because it's a general reading, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, but usually this is Virgo. But I wouldn't read this as a person, because Knights, you can read them as people, but usually they appear as energies, and Knights come and go. So they can show the introduction to a situation, and they can also show the exit. Usually the Knight of Coins in the upright I would all, because I see Knight of Swords and Knight of Wands as being the main exit and introduction cards. So they can show two sides of something. The Knight of Cups is not an exit, only if he's reversed. The Knight of Pentacles isn't an exit card, only if he's reversed. You tend to find with the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, the way that I see those cards is that they're forever moving forward. So the Knight of Pentacles is all about working towards a goal. So with the Knight of Pentacles, for example, he might work in construction. He might work in the building industry. He might work as an accountant. He might work in agriculture. This is the knight that has the head on his shoulders. He's not like the Knight of Swords rushing in there with all of his power and, you know, excitement. The Knight of Wands, the same thing. The braggart, the the charmer, the person who likes to, thrives on excitement, thrives on the feelings of passion and enthusiasm and laughter. This guy tends to be a little bit more responsible, and sometimes when you get the Knight of Coins, this is somebody who's overly cautious. They're taking their time. They're not going to rush into anything. He just wants to take his time because he wants to make sure that he's crossed the T's, dotted the I's, and that everything is in place. So it might be the situation coming in is something that might be quite slow moving as well with that Knight of Pentacles energy, or it might be the influences coming into your personal life. Could be a Virgo person or another earth sign or somebody who is slow. What's going on around that Knight of Coins? Or it's something to do with your work potentially, because all the areas here can really interconnect. What's going on around that Knight of Coins? Well, you've got work, so it is about work probably, because you've got the Eight of Pentacles showing here, and the Eight of Pentacles is all about working towards a goal. So the Eight of Pentacles isn't necessarily a money card, even though it deals with the ideas of materialism. It's more to do with the work that you put into situations. But also, because if you've got two money cards here, I think that this situation is all about working towards a goal with the Knight of Coins energy. I think what the influence is coming into your personal life is having maybe a business idea or working towards some form of a business goal, because this is the card that represents business, the Knight of Coins. And around that, what you're going to find for some of you guys, it could be a new job with the Eight of Pentacles energy, or if it's a business situation, you'll find that you're actually working towards this. So this is all about working hard with the Eight of Coins energy, putting all of your focus and attention on getting the goal that you're looking to succeed in. What's going on around that? So you've got the Four of Swords here. So the Four of Swords is, the Four of Swords is all about withdrawal. Okay, so it might be that there is a working situation here, a goal that you guys have been working towards with the Eight of Coins energy. It might be from a working situation that you guys withdraw with the Four of Swords, because the Four of Swords, when that card shows up, especially in a work reading as well, it often means that somebody's on a sabbatical or somebody's withdrawn from a job, or and I think it is to do with work. See, we've got work here, but it's clearly showing me that because we've got these two pentacles here and they're both kind of work stroke business cards, there might be something around work in your personal life, and you do have that Tower as the overall outcome from this, and the Tower can mean to leave. So it might be something around your career that you're looking at here. It might be some of you guys are looking to put a career with the Eight of Pentacles, your job, the work that you do, the goals that you've been working towards. You might be looking to put that on hold, take a bit of a sabbatical, take a bit of a rest from that with the Four of Swords energy. And the overall outcome from that is the King of Cups energy showing up here. And I think it might be that you're taking a little bit of a rest here. The overall outcome with the King of Cups energy. And the King of Cups is a funny card for work, because this often deals with somebody who's a counsellor or somebody who would work within the creative field, or in terms of, and I should, this is, the outcome is a King of Cups. So the outcome with the King of Cups, it could be that there is somebody who is very intrinsic to the situation, because it's not necessary, it's your personal situation, what's going on there. It might be that the outcome isn't a person necessarily, Capricorn. It could be an energy. I don't always read kings and queens as being people. A lot of the time they can simply be energies. And it might be the outcome here with the King of Cups is it gives you a chance to... see, all kings act. So the emotional card of remember it's a cup card. So when we do tarot, we're looking at what the elements are. So this is something you've been working on. But it might be, because the Four of Swords represents a time to think and represents a time to to contemplate, because swords represent thoughts and ideas, and communication. So you've got the worker card of the Eight of Pentacles, something you guys have been working on. Well, it might be that you've been contemplating. It might be that you've been contemplating. It might be that you've been contemplating something creative with this King of Cups. So this might not be actually taking a break from this work. It might be you're taking a break from this work here to do the King of Cups. It might be to do some charitable works, for example, with the King of Cups energy, or to do something a little bit creative, because this is the outcome. So it might be the work that you guys are doing, you're taking time out from that. So you're taking a bit of a rest. Four of Swords, yes, the swords are mental, but sometimes when you get a Four of Swords, it literally is that somebody's not, mind isn't focused on this. It's not time to put any plans into action. So it's not time to put, because the sword is resting downwards. Can you see? The one sword is here. So the Ace of Swords is all about formulating new plans. So we've got the work card of the Eight of Coins. New work, working towards goal. Not the right time with the Four of Swords energy, perhaps, in terms of this work here. And the King of Cups is the outcome. Maybe there is a focus on something else here going on. It's an interesting reading, but you've got the Knight of Coins coming in. And I think that you guys I think the energy around you is that this is about slow movement towards a goal here, under which there's something to do with your work. And it might be the Four of Swords says that work, you're contemplating with the Four of Swords, probably doing something creative. I think now this is actually contemplating. Because remember, we go with, when you do tarot, you always look at, well, what are the... If you can read the elements of the cards, that's important. It's important to read each card for what it is and then put the wording together. So we know the Knight of Pentacles is about working towards a business goal. That's your Knight of Coins. So the energy coming into your personal life for some of you Capricorns is working towards a business goal. Underneath that, there is work. So this is about work, toil, literally working on a job. So this is about a job, work, contemplating, mental. So you're contemplating something about your work. And what are you contemplating? Well, the King of Cups in terms of work could be something creative. It could be counselling. It could be nursing, for example, with that King of Cups showing there. It could be running your own home business, for example. Some of you guys are contemplating doing something, I think, creative, or something to do within the health sector, helping people, for example. Or it might be that you're considering working for yourself with this King of Cups energy. You might be considering being a health practitioner within your work, for example. So I think you guys are considering doing something, but it's something to do with creativity or health in this area here. And that's why the overall outcome is the Tower. The overall outcome will be, I think, that whatever it is that you've been doing before, because some of you guys might be doing something now, but there's something you're reconsidering doing. I think there's a sense of reconsidering doing something else, and I think it's going to be creative or possibly within health. Could be something that's water-based as well, which is what the King of Cups is known for. Or just simply working with other people or counselling or something like that. You're going to be considering something more creative nevertheless, or health-wise. And I think the overall outcome is you're going to do it because you've got the Tower. The overall outcome is that you stop doing one thing and you completely, I think for some of you guys, are going to be getting rid of something that you've been doing now in order to go through working on something else. So I see you guys actually by the end of the year probably doing something else within your career, because I would say that this is a career energy showing here in the personal. Let's have a look at what the career says though. Let's have a look at what's going on here. Well, there you go. The situation is all about the Ten of Swords. Now, when it comes to the Ten of Swords in terms of career, it often means that a very painful cycle is over, because the tens represent cycles being over, Capricorn. But remember what the tens are. You get a happy 10 like a 10 of cups, so it might be that something has concluded itself in the happiest and the most satisfactory of ways. It might mean that you've fulfilled an absolute desire, within your life. So something is ending in the perfect of ways. The 10 of Wands means that there is a struggle, but sometimes because the 10s mean ending of cycle, it means that you're nearly at the end of a struggle. You're nearly at the end of a very, pressurized cycle. The 10 of Pentacles can mean that, you have achieved the most. For example, with that 10 of Coins energy showing there, you've achieved the most wealth, or you've achieved the most stability within your life. You're completely full with that card. And this is the 10 of Swords. Sometimes this is backstabbing, and it can be in a work reading. reading, the situation could be about backstabbing with the Ten of Swords. It depends if we get people around this, like, you know, Kings, Queens, Five of Swords, Seven of Swords energy. We know that there's some backstabbing there with this card. Or it could simply be reaching the end of a pretty painful cycle within your life in the working energy. So this is the energy that's coming in as the Ten of Swords. Now around that, what have we got? Well, you see, what did I say? And I didn't know that card obviously was going to be there. So we've got underneath this, and I think that this is, depends what shows here. I think if the energies continue to be negative, then this is backstabbing. I think if they're showing like a death here to this, then this is you guys overcoming a painful situation. So we've got the Five of Swords here. Now the Five of Swords in terms of a working reading often means challenges. So people who are causing problems, arguments, petty arguments within the workplace. It could be that you've got somebody who's making you feel a lack of confidence, because this is the card of feeling hurt. Often you've got a lot of conflict, probably with a lot of backstabbers with that Five of Swords in terms of work. So around this Ten of Swords we've got this. Now what have we got after? I'm praying that we've got a death card or something here. See, you've got this Three of Swords now. So you know, I definitely feel that I'm not surprised that this is all sword energy. You do have a lot of hurt coming in here. A lot of hurt, because you've got the Three of Swords. You might be having conflicts with the Five of Swords. You might be feeling hurt. It could be via three people in the workplace with that Three of Swords, because the Three of Swords, often threes represent groups, and when you get the Three of Swords, it can be, you know, many people, like 2 to 3 people who are really getting to you. It might be people who have differences of opinion. So I think that there's a great deal of hurt. There might be conflict. It might be somebody who's disempowering you within the workplace. It might be you've got conflict with the Five of Swords, or being made to feel less with that Five of Swords. It could be via many people with the Three of Swords, or this hurt or pain within work, or underhanded behaviour is the Five of Swords. Some of you guys might even be experiencing jealousy, because the Five of Swords is a card that indicates jealousy as well. So some of you guys might be experiencing jealousy within work. Five of Swords energy, and it's causing a great deal of heartbreak and disappointment, possibly depression with the Three of Swords. The outcome shows, see, you've got the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man can mean a change. The Hanged Man can mean a change as well, but it depends. I mean, I'm going to get a couple of clarifiers on that area, because Hanged Man can mean change, and Hanged Man can mean being stuck. It can mean two things with Hanged Man, you see, because this is like the birthing channel, so slow moving changes, but sometimes this is like something's, you know, turned on its head. Change is often the Hanged Man as well. What is the Hanged Man about in the outcome? In 1 to 2 cards, what is this Hanged Man about? Usually in a work reading, this doesn't actually mean change. Sometimes it means being stuck in limbo, which then I would look at this probably as being backstabbing in your work environment. And I think it works out with this area here as well, why the situation is working towards a business goal. And this work here is being considered. Perhaps there's been contemplation about some new work here in terms of, you know, with the King of Cups energy, working with people, or working in a more creative or a nicer environment with that King of Cups energy. Because in your workplace, it looks to me like you've got a load of backstabbers around you here, and you're in limbo, your hands are tied. What's this Hanged Man about, please? 1 to 2 cards. Well, the Four of Coins. So this is all about financial gain, or holding on to your money, because remember, Four of Coins is all about holding on to your possessions. And you've got the Ace of Coins as well, so this is about getting paid. Okay, so this is about making sure, I think, with this Ace of Coins, you're getting paid. 2 money cards, so this is about your money. You're in limbo because this is, you know, this is what keeps you afloat. The Four of Coins is about the need to save money, to hold on to money, and we're looking at, well, what's the clarifying card? The Ace of Coins is about what you receive, so it's about holding on to what you receive with the Ace of Coins energy, and that's why this isn't about change. This is about you guys being stuck, because this is how some of you guys, you know, this is your job, this is how you get paid. And that's why I think that this links up with the personal situation, Capricorn, where the Knight of Coins, this is all about, the situation is about, well, I've got problems in my work, this is how I get paid, I've got a load of backstabbers around me, that Ten of Swords being the situation coming in. Some of you guys, it's not just backstabbing, literally feeling depressed. Ten of Swords is a card that feeling overkill. Sometimes when you get the Ten of Swords, it's about a whole heap of people have the knives out for you. They've got the knives. I've been through the Ten of Swords in a workplace situation, Capricorn, so I know how that card bloody well feels, and it's not nice. It's horrible. I remember 3 years ago I used to work in a particular job, and people just hated me. I was really, really disliked, and it was all because I was so different as an individual. I wasn't going to be one of those mealy-mouthed, pathetic little women in a job who was, you know, cozying up to a man and all the rest of it. A lot of women where I worked at the time were very subservient to men. They wanted to be liked, they wanted to be approved of. I didn't give a shit. I would give as good as I got, and people didn't like that. They were threatened by it and decided that they were going to teach me a lesson. So I had a lot of, especially male haters who, and also females, yeah, who wanted to push the knife in. And that's what it is when you've got a lot of enemies. So the situation is all about having a lot of enemies, and under that what you're experiencing is the Five of Swords. So these enemies, these people that have the knives in your back, for some of you guys, well, probably the energies around that are that they're jealous. They want to bring you to a place of disempowerment by, you know, gossiping about you with the Three of Swords, pushing the knife in, making you feel uncomfortable with the Three of Swords energy, to which the outcome is that you're in limbo with the Hanged Man, because it's all about, you know, needing to save the money that you get paid. The Five of Coins is about having to protect what you have. With the Four of Coins energy, the need to save your money, and this is about how we get paid with the Ace of Coins. Okay, so the need to save and to protect what it is that you're earning, because the Ace of Coins is all about earnings. So that's why you can't, some of you guys can't leave, and that might be why in the personal situation, Capricorn, you guys, the situation is, well, it's about a new business goal, Knight of Coins. And around that, this is about work that you've been contemplating, concerning, some of you guys might even be being your own boss with the King of Cups energy, working from home, running a business that's to do with something that's nicer, more creative, or looking out for people. What's the outcome in your job situation? Well, you've got, let me look, that's the Emperor. So I think that really this is about you guys taking control of the situation, because, you know, the Emperor being an outcome card, often this card can represent when somebody finally takes their power back. And I think if the outcome is the Emperor here, and I'm going to read this not as a person card, because Emperors usually represent authority figures and people who have great power over us, but this can also read as a card where it says that you take back your control and you start setting some boundaries. So I think that really this is about Capricorn, you guys as the Emperor taking back your control and setting a few boundaries in the overall outcome. And those boundaries will be, well, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to leave, I'm going to move on from this, I'm going to cleanse this situation with the Tower energy, because, you know, right now I'm in limbo because of the money. But I think that the real overall outcome is you guys, while you're doing this and while you're going through this, for some of you guys, is about you guys actually working towards a better goal here. So it's not bad at all, it's good. You might go through something for some of you guys in the next 7 months, and you might say, shit, I'm gonna have to put up with it because this is how I get paid, this is what pays the bills, the rent, the mortgage, the food, the kids' clothes, whatever it is. But while I'm doing this, I'm ultimately working towards a goal in this area here. Let's have a look at what's going on, and it's good. So this is all about you taking control by completely wiping the slate clean here with this Tower energy. It's not serving you, this situation is. So this, for me, really interlinks in this area, and it's very, very good. What's going on around your home? So coming in is death. There's going to be a change. So the energy around death is about change and transformation. I don't read on death, the death to an individual. It's not right. I think that, for me as a tarot reader, I think that's highly unethical to do anything. I never read on things like, death and that type of thing. If a client comes to me and says, when will my father die or mother die, and, you know, I've had lots of people that have come to me asking that question. I always say, can you change your question, because I don't answer things like that. I'm not God, so I'm not going to answer that. Death energy around you, so there's a major upheaval, not so much upheaval, but there's definitely a change, energy of change coming in around you. Now around that, what you'll find is the Six of Rods. So this is good. This is all about success. The success is the Six of Rods energy. This card represents a victory. So I think that around this change it's connecting with a victory here with the Six of Rods. The Nine of Rods. Okay, so this is something that you're expecting. Okay, so when you get the Nine of Rods, looking to it depends on how close that card is. Usually I find to the let me just see, where are we? Usually I find to the left. Is it the left? Usually I find to this side of the Nine of Rods, this is somebody who's trying to protect something. And usually I find to the right of this card somebody who's looking for something, they're waiting for this thing to come in. So I think that you are very close with this Nine of Rods to having a victory. You're expecting it, you're anticipating it. This is the card of anticipation to the right and of needing to defend to the left. So I see you guys anticipating a victory. Around this change, you're anticipating a victory with the Six of Rods. The outcome... yeah, the new beginning. So you are you're protecting your the ability to have a new beginning. If there's a new beginning coming in, you are expecting around in the next 7 months, you Capricorns, there's going to be a major change that's coming in around your home. You could be selling up and moving home, for example. Okay, this might be something connected with the work situation as well. But you've got a victory connecting to this situation, the Six of Rods. It also might be somebody is approaching you and you are expecting an approach, and that approach could lead to a new beginning. So it might be you're expecting somebody to come in and, you know, and buy your house, for example. You are, guys, you're definitely expecting some success, or you're expecting to be approached by an individual here. Somebody who's going to take an interest in your home or something around your home life. And what you want is a new beginning, because that's what you're trying to protect here. What you really want is this new beginning. And you guys are expecting to have some success, or somebody who's going to approach you about something to do with your home. There's a major change coming in, but you guys are going to know about this, obviously, and what it is, and you're going to be expecting it to happen within the next 7 months. What's the overall outcome from that in terms of the home situation? There you go, the Wheel of Fortune. There is a change. The overall outcome with this Wheel of Fortune. I mean, to be honest with you, you know, Wheel of Fortune can be a tricky card, because the Wheel of Fortune can say, well, it's 50-50. You know, it could go either way. That's the Wheel of Fortune. But I really would like to think that this card is actually saying the overall outcome is that there is a very positive change coming in for you Capricorns around your home life. Because the Wheel of Fortune is all about a positive change. It's about prosperity, the achievement of prosperity and abundance. It's a card that indicates a time of fortune. Especially if, and there's nothing here that indicates you've been going through anything difficult in your home. It just says that there's a change coming in. You're actually expecting that change. You're expecting somebody to approach you about your home, in which what you want is this Fool. You want the new direction. And it says, well, the overall outcome is the Wheel of Fortune. For some of you guys, it could possibly be 50-50. But then for some of you guys, you could definitely be entering into a more positive time. The Wheel of Fortune also deals with the themes of fate and destiny, and also things that aren't expected. So it might be that, and also it might be the overall outcome, especially if you're selling your home or something like that. This is the card that says that you're going to reap your fortune, you'll reap a lot of money, that type of thing. So it's a good area looking at your home. Let's have a look at your love life. Right, you do have a Chariot around you coming in. Charioteers can mean Cancerian people. So for you Capricorns, there might be a Cancerian male or female shown here. It could also be that you've got victory and success, the overcoming of an obstacle. You've fought a long, hard battle in terms of your love life, and finally you're achieving some success here. Now, around that Chariot, we've got, while the Empress is nice, for some of you guys, it might be that there is a connecting to this Chariot coming in. It might be, if you're male or female, you might be, you know, bisexual or lesbian. It might be that there's a woman around you with the Empress energy. For some of you guys, because this is the love and relationships, it might be something to do with a mother figure with the Empress energy. And the Empress can also mean growth in a relationship. So connecting to this success with the Chariot energy, or a Cancerian, there's growth in terms of love coming in with the Empress, or it possibly could even be marriage. Empresses can represent marriage. Oh, wow, look at that. You've got Empress and Emperor together. You've got, this is success. Possibly marriage. You've got Empress and Emperor, both cards. There are certain cards within the tarot that represent marriage. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles together are soulmates. These are definitely soulmates together. So I'm seeing a soulmate relationship. Okay. Oh my God, you've got them sitting right next door together. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. What's the outcome card? The Page of Wands. Some of you guys, it might be children. Maybe that you're having, you know, the Emperor and the Empress. There's an announcement being made here as well with the Page of Rods. This might be an announcement of birth, for example. It might be for some of you guys having children. If you're not pregnant, if you're in a relationship, you're not pregnant. It might be that you're getting pregnant. It might be that there's a marriage between them. Usually these are married couple anyway. So, but not all of you are married. Of course you're not. So I think that if you're looking to get married, this might be definitely a possibility, because you've got the female here, the Empress, and she is the wife often in the tarot. She's the mother, but she's also the woman who's in love. The Emperor protects his Empress. He's a husband and he's a father figure, mother figure, father figure, and it could be a child here. Page of Rods. Might be that both of you, because this is, when you've got an Emperor, this is somebody who's wanting to become a father, somebody who's highly fertile, same as the Emperor. So it might be, you know, two people together in a relationship want to start a family. They're going to announce something here with them. Let me just see what you're announcing. If this is an announcement with the Page of Rods, what's being announced with the Page of Rods in 1 to 2 cards? Well, yeah, 3 of Cups. It could be marriage. 3 of Cups is a celebration. Oh, wow, in the world. You've got an Ace of Wands here as well. So this might be an engagement with the 3 of Cups. This is a celebration that's being announced here. Something amazing has been achieved, and it could be, you know, conception, the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is all about conception when that shows up in a reading, especially with an Empress around. This is, and also Emperor, highly fertile man. It could be a pregnancy. I'm seeing an announcement, and you've got the 3 of Cups in the world. So this is a celebration of something that has been achieved, a great thing that has been achieved, great success. Could be with the Ace of Wands, a birth. Might be pregnancy. Some of you guys might find you say, oh my God, new relationship as well. 2 of Cups shows up here as well. 2 of Cups. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Really, really good. So this could be a new relationship as well. So it's an announcement. 3 of Cups. This could be a celebration, for example, or this could be, when you get the 3 of Cups, it's a celebration in terms of weddings, marriages. With that Ace of Wands, it might be something to do with a birth, for example. With the 3 of Cups energy and that Ace of Wands, it might be something to do with a birth. I'm definitely getting the vibes of marriage as well. So a new, you know, a new commitment or a new marriage, because this is the marriage card, is the 2 of Cups. The World card means an achievement, the greatest of them. With that 3 of Cups, could be birth, could be new, you know, a new alliance, for example, because Ace of Wands is all about something new, and the 2 of Cups is an alliance card, a new agreement, for example. I'm definitely, even though we don't have a Hierophant or anything sitting here, I'm definitely getting the vibes of engagement, marriage, or having children, that type of thing, a new birth, for example. And that's why you've got the Chariot. The Chariot here isn't about obstacles, it's about success. It might be that you've overcome some obstacles to get to that place. So it might be some of you guys, if there's pregnancy, maybe the obstacle was you couldn't become pregnant, that type of thing. Okay, I'm definitely getting the vibe that this is going to be something really good. Pregnancy or marriage, or engagement, for example, that type of thing. But it's a really, really good reading for you, Capricorn, showing up here. Usually these guys would already be settled together, but some of you guys might have been with a partner long term, you see. You can get Emperors and Empresses together that aren't married and that have been together for a long time. So I think if you've been with a partner for a long time, Capricorn, you're going to probably be getting married to that individual. It might be that you're taking the relationship up a notch or up a gear. It might be that if you're already married, you're announcing the imminent birth, for example, of a child, that type of thing. We do have Ace of Wands, and this is celebration over a birth or a conception a lot of the time. If you get Ace of Wands or Ace of Cups or something like that. What's the overall outcome for your love life? The Moon. So the Moon is a very fertile card as well. So this can be about female conception as well, especially when it relates to good news. And I get the impression that there's something to do with pregnancy happening for some of you guys in the next 7 months, showing up here with that Moon energy. Let's have a look at what's going on around the future. The 5 of Pentacles is the situation. 5 of Pentacles usually deals with the themes of bankruptcy and abandonment, and financial instability is the themes around your future situation with the 5 of Coins. This can also be, though, the card of support. Now, around that 5 of Coins, what's it connecting with? Well, the 7 of Coins might be something that you have been working hard to achieve with the 7 of Coins energy, because that's what the 7 of Coins is. It's all about, and you can see on this particular card, on this particular version of the tarot, the Handsome Roberts, this person looks really tired, and they've looked at all the work that they've put in, and they're saying, when's it going to happen, when's it going to grow? There's a sense of lethargy going on around here. So I think that this is something to do with what the work, the energy that you've put into a project and waiting for something to develop. So it might be that there's a little bit of financial instability, it would seem. It looks to be around money, because the 5 of Coins can either be that somebody's going bankrupt, or it could be with the financial instability, and it's around a project or that you've invested in, or maybe waiting for some form of investment to come back to you with the 7 of Coins. It's not reversed, but it's the same sort of feeling, the upright on the Handsome Roberts deck. Now, around that energy, you've got the 7 of Swords, you see. So the 7 of Swords, I'm not going to read it as a deceptive card. I think that this is the need to make some plans. because the Seven of Coins is, and usually multiple sevens are to do with choices as well. So I think that with this Seven of Coins, this is all about a venture that you guys have been working on, waiting to reap the rewards with the Seven of Coins energy. But I think that waiting for those rewards results in you guys having to make be quite ruthless with that Seven of Swords, because the Seven of Swords means to be ruthless and to be calculating and to take a plan of action. And what's the outcome from that? Well, you've got a Five of Rods here, brings in possibly some. I think that this is all about you guys. I think this is about cutting your losses. I think some of you guys might be cutting your losses in the future, to be perfectly honest with you. It might be that you're abandoning a situation, a person. Five of Coins. This might be having to shut the door. And usually when I find that it's the coin card show, especially the Five of Coins, where it's being read for an earth sign, it's usually the Five of Coins, it's usually the earth signs that's shutting the door on the person. So you guys are probably shutting an individual out. And it looks to be around that. It's something, I think that you guys are tired. I think that I get the impression that you guys have worked very hard on a situation here. Could be a working situation, it could be anything, a friendship, whatever it is, but you're saying, well, when am I actually going to see the results here? And this, it's almost like feeling I'm not going to see any results with that Seven of Coins energy. I'm just looking at the picture on the card, because this person looks really tired. They put so much effort in and they're just waiting. So I get the impression that you guys have been waiting here. So underneath this, you guys cut it. I think that you guys are pushing somebody out in the next 7 months. And connected to this pushing a person out is you guys have looked and you've toiled and you've worked hard, and you've so this is taking a stand, and this is actually taking stock. So I would see this card as you guys taking stock of the situation around this. So it's connected to you guys taking stock. And I don't know whether you're taking stock that somebody's been with the Seven of Swords quite calculating and ruthless, possibly causing problems with the Five of Rods. So it could be that you've taken stock, or you've evaluated, maybe with the Seven of Swords, that somebody has been quite deceptive and ruthless, and have been causing problems. The Five of Rods is all about causing problems and causing fights and causing that type of thing. So it might be that you're taking stock that somebody around you is not as, you know, is not a good person. And this might be, even though we do have coin energy here, it's not all coin. This is also, so the Five of Coins can mean to abandon an individual. You're literally shutting them out. And I think that this is you shutting an individual out, being the energies coming in. And it's connecting around that to you guys taking stock, evaluating maybe somebody who's been quite deceptive with the Seven of Swords and caused a whole heap of problems with the Five of Wands. So this is why I think you guys are probably shutting somebody else out here. I'm going to read it like that. I think I'm going to go with that explanation. I could have had a look at it in all sorts of ways. But I think that actually this is you guys shutting someone else, somebody you don't trust, and somebody who's probably caused a whole heap of problems. What is the overall outcome from that area in position 5? The World. I'm seeing the ending of a situation here, closure in the best possible way. You've got the World energy here, and I would suggest that that would be the ending of a cycle. Could be concerning a friendship, or there's somebody around you who you don't trust, I think, and I think you're going to be shutting them out. What is your overall wishes? The Fool. Oh my God, it shows again. So the wish for the rest of 2018 is really for a new direction to occur within your life. That's what the Fool card is. It's about a new direction, a new path. Take a leap of faith, take a risk, take a gamble. And where is everything heading? Wow, that's the Hanged Man. So I think, you know, everything is I think that with the Hanged Man showing up as the overall outcome, I think it's saying that everything is going to take time, because I think that there are slow-moving changes that are occurring with that Hanged Man energy. Okay, I don't think that everything is going to occur overnight. So this might say, well, not everything will occur. You know, it might be that there are plans for marriage here, or plans to have a baby, or you're announcing having a baby, but it could be later stage, maybe 2018, and that may be going into 2019, because this card can be about a baby being born, birthing channel. So this might be about the child. The overall outcome is, you know, this into 2019, you'll have your child, for example, for some of you guys with that Hanged Man. This is the birthing tunnel. I think that in your home life, the overall outcome from everything here, because your overall outcome for your home life is the Wheel of Fortune. Positive changes coming in, possibly finances, money, a good amount of money, a fortune, for example. The overall outcome could be that there is change, because remember, this is a change card as well. So the overall outcome from this is some changes that are possibly long overdue with that Hanged Man energy. Sometimes this can be limbo though, obviously. Definitely you've got a hangman in the outcome here, and the overall outcome for your working situation is the hangman. So I do think that some of you guys, the overall outcome is your hands being tied. But I think that your hands are only tied because you're working on, you're putting up with something because you're working on something else here in this situation. So these two areas, I think it's just going to take time before everything changes. A slow move, the slow progress being made, but there's progress nevertheless. Okay, because you are taking control, I think, of this situation, and you are looking to disband with whatever this is. I think this is connected to here and here. As well, and you know, I think that this area here, maybe there's somebody that you have been evaluating, you're evaluating maybe someone you don't trust, who causes a whole heap of problems with the Five of Rods energy, and the overall outcome is the Hanged Man. Even though we have the ending of the cycle here, I think the Hanged Man is representing a change of perspective now. Could be on this person, it could be just a change of perspective overall of where you need to go from this situation. What's going on? What's the advice you guys have for 2018? Well, it's the Knight of Cups. I think it's just to leave your heart open to many things. The advice could be that there is lots of there's lots of potential this year coming in for the rest of the year. The Knight of Cups represents an offer, represents invitations when you get the Knight of Cups energy showing here. But also it's the card that says keep your heart open, because the cup is open. Whenever I see an open cup, it says I'm ready to give and I'm ready to receive. So keep your options open, keep your heart open with the Knight of Cups energy. You might have problems in this area here, but still keep the Knight of Cups open here. Keep the endless possibilities. Don't give up. Keep the possibilities that things can change, that all sorts of different things can come into your life in 2018, even if you're going through difficulties, because you're on that route here. You're ready to extend this cup. You're ready to receive. So just be ready to receive, because things are coming to you in 2018. You've got good home life, good personal. It might be slightly dodgy for some of you in the work area, but it's fine because you know that you're working towards the ultimate goal here, so that's all good. Okay, follow your heart as well is the Knight of Cups. So the universe is saying for you guys, the advice is follow your heart. If you don't like your working situation, then, you know, in your personal situation, there might be something else that you might have to put up with bullshit. I had to do that when I was working in a particular job that I hated with people. But I knew that I would have to put up with it until I was able to get my tarot business off the ground, and I did. Do you see what I mean? So it says, you know, with the Knight of Cups, keep your heart open. And also follow your heart with the Knight of Cups. Follow your passions. Follow your desires. Be open to your desires, and things will happen. But follow your heart. Follow your intuition as well when you're dealing maybe with an individual that you want to shut out. Showing up here. Yeah, it's a good reading. Very, very good reading, Capricorn. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and have a great weekend, guys. Take care. And also remember, you'll have your love reading up with this, and also you'll have your general reading. Okay? That's it. Take care. Bye-bye.